Welcome back to another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. This is episode 163 of the Purple Pill Podcast. I'm your host, Robert. I'm with my co-host, Darren. Darren, how you doing today?
Can't complain. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hope y'all have a great day and appreciate all the things that y'all do for y'all children throughout all the other days and obviously today. Um, keep being great fathers.
Right on. Shout out to all those fathers out there. But on this Father's Day, let's go ahead and get into it.
Bro, we never asked you how you doing, man. You always just ask us how you doing.
I'm chilling. Same old shit. Another podcast, another day.
You want to tell them about how much you've been golfing?
um, I've been trying to golf a lot. I'm trying to get better. I feel like I get a tad better every time I play. I be doing new shit every single time. My problem with my golf game though is, bro, my consistency. Like I might hit like a great tee shot, then like a decent approach shot, then a three putt, and then my score just goes down the drain. So basically, I need to work on my putting. And bro, and it's so stupid because I feel like pros and people who they take golf like really seriously, they talk about putting like 3 hours a day. And I'm like, bro, I can't putt 3 hours a day. I like last time I went to the range, I did it for like 30 minutes and I got bored.
I mean, it's their job, right?
True shit. But the problem is that's like literally the hardest part of the game. So that's the shit you're supposed to practice the most. But it gets like so like annoying. Sometimes you just want to hit a couple balls hard and far. You know what I'm saying? That's way more fun.
Billy, I was gonna say Billy Madison. It's not Billy Madison. What was the Happy Gilmore?
Yep, Happy Gilmore.
Man, I get it.
But I honestly, I would suggest anybody to get into golf. It's such a fun game, even if you're not good. Just like the scenery at these fucking courses is gorgeous. Um, I was telling my friends, there's six courses in Columbus that are Columbus public courses, like in the city of Columbus. I think I played three of them, maybe four, and for the most part, except for Wilson Road, all those courses are dead gorgeous. They're really pretty. I was just looking at like the shades of green when I went to go play last time. The shades of green between the trees and the bushes and the grass were all different shades of green, but they all blended in with each other. It was just too beautiful.
Is your goal to get to all six golf courses in Columbus before the end of summer?
Yes. If we can hit all not necessarily before the end of summer, but before the end of golf season, um, that would be really nice because I've played Champion, I played Raymond Memorial, and I've played Wilson Road. So there's three golf courses I still need to play: Airport, Turnberry, and Mental Memorial in Columbus.
Oh, I think you just gave anybody who's visiting Columbus their golf course and the website to go ahead and book their tee time.
So, bro, this is a side story. Before we get into the podcast, I got to talk about this. So I was at my friend's house the other day, and we were talking about golf, and he was talking about like how much it would cost for like a membership. So for 1 year, Darren, how much do you think it will cost to play at any golf course in Columbus as many times as you want?
Talking about like a private course?
No, I'm talking about these six courses. Public. They're all
Oh,
public.
um, monthly, right? That's what I'm
Yearly.
guessing.
Yearly. From January to December.
2,000.
Great guess. It costs 1,500 to play without a cart. It costs 2,300 to play with a cart. And you get a limited times and you get all six of these courses.
That's a good. That's not terrible. That's not
I,
terrible.
so I said the same thing at first too, but then I thought about it. We're in Ohio, bro. You're not playing in winter.
Uh,
So from, let's say, April through September, which is about what, 5 months,
yeah. Well,
is your golf season.
6 months.
Because October, November, it's starting to get cold, and you don't want to be out there like that unless you're like really serious.
6, 7 months. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but still, like, if you're retired, I think that's a pretty good price, to be honest with you. And you're just like a person who just goes out and golf literally every day. I don't think that's a bad price.
I guess not. I don't know. I was just thinking like, I think we calculated it out to like you probably have to play like 4 times a week.
Yeah, that makes sense for somebody who's retired. Or like if you're like a multi-millionaire, retired probably still. But yeah,
I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of fucking money.
it is a lot of money. But if you're set off like well set, you're probably just gonna blow it and just say we're good.
Touche. Or you're just gonna get yourself a
Like,
country club or something.
honestly, that's probably the bigger thing. Like that's why I said private course. Like, but that's just me.
But yeah. But yeah. So I would suggest anybody to get into golf. I think it's a beautiful sport. Literally
Expensive
go
for
get
it.
your granddad's or your grandpa's or your dad's clubs, or go to some what do you call them, garage sales. Find some old man's clubs. Go hit a few couple balls. I guarantee you'll get into it because it's the the feeling of hitting a good shot, Darren, makes you want to hit another good shot and keeps you playing.
It's an expensive sport. It's probably the most expensive sport that you can get into.
Um, I think hockey would be a tad more expensive.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
think and I
That's
just say
probably
that
fair.
because you got to buy all that fucking equipment.
I don't know if you gotta buy all of that. I think some of that just comes with the team that you're on too. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's not like football players are buying their pads.
True, but I feel like hockey is not even close to as popular. So I feel like most of those people are joining like, I don't want to say private teams, but like in Westerville, all three schools had one big hockey team. We had like a Westerville hockey team, and everybody from all
Okay.
three schools could try out because we didn't have enough for kids to have individual school hockey teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, let's go. Let's go ahead and get into the podcast though. Um, so I'm gonna start a little bit on the Drake Kendrick beef. This guy breaks down why the 48 Laws of Power and how it applies to the Drake Kendrick beef, or not. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta turn the sound on. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm an avid reader and I love the book, The 48 Laws of Power. What I see transpiring between Drake and the other 20 brothers that are coming at him is law number 2 in the 48 Laws of Power. To paraphrase it, because I only got 90 seconds, is when you elevate people to a spot, inherently they know you did them a favor. And they will do anything to eliminate you because they always have to question if they got there on their own merit. And the only way for them to not look at themselves and ask themselves that question is by eliminating the person that did them the favor. It also
That's
says later in the
crazy.
48 Laws of Power that envy is the one sin nobody will admit to. And to me, it's so obvious to see that somebody like Drake, who never should have made it to where he was in the industry, should never be around this long, is still around. His popularity is as high as it's ever been. And the fact that he's going to pass Michael Jackson for #1 hits, I mean, So many things. He took the Jay-Z archetype. He took the #1 spot in so many different ways, made them have to rap different. He made them have to change everything, and they hate that more than anything. They hate that he came from outside and had to change them. That's
Do you agree with his points and his premise?
First off, can I just ask, where is he at that is this cold? That's my first question because even when the songs came
The
out,
accent.
it was warm.
Listen to the
You said
accent.
what?
I said listen to his accent.
I don't know, man.
I think he's
Canada,
from Canada.
somewhere far up there, bro. He sounds cold as shit, bro. This is, bro, that's crazy. Just thinking that it's about to be 90 degrees here. But anyway, yeah, bro, that was a very good look on it. Definitely good look on it. For the people that don't know, I'm guessing everybody do know at this point. But Drake took Kendrick and ASAP on tour with him for their first big tour, I would say. Uh, get to know you tour, I would say, for the to the world. And law number two is pretty much like be careful of the person that you like prop up because they'll pretty much come up and like take you like try to kill you for your spot like that like that book is crazy. That book is crazy. I can see how you could apply that easily. I can see how you apply that. The second part, I don't know. I don't necessarily remember reading unless you apply it to the specific law. But yeah, man. Uh, yeah, he's 100% right. He's 100% right. What do you think?
I thought it was a very interesting look at it, and to this day, I think one of my favorite Drake lines that I always think about all the time, especially now after the fallout, is don't look at my points, look at my assist.
Yeah,
And I always think about that. And Drake really be helping niggas. I'm gonna be 100 with you. Drake pop. What do you think? How many more views do you think Drake gives somebody? Like 20?
Rob, I think you got that on mine wrong still. But yeah,
No,
it's
yeah, I
not.
got that long.
It's
But the
not
premise
completely.
was look at what I do for people. Don't look at all my singles and my hits. Look what I do for people. Because when he jumps on a song, it goes bonkers. Like what did LA say a couple weeks ago? I had never heard a song from McConan. I love McConan ever again. Besides that one song he had with Drake,
He wasn't on Tuesday. I don't think Drake was on Tuesday.
he was. I don't know. I don't know if it was the remix, but he definitely was.
It might have been the remix, but I don't think he was on Tuesday. And Tuesday could stand by itself.
What do you mean?
That song for that time period, that song was able to stand by itself.
You can say that, Darren, but we've never heard that nigga make another hit song.
I feel like he had one more, but it was overshadowed by
Featuring Drake.
some other stuff. Some other stuff.
214.
That was wrong. That was wrong. That's a lot. That's a lot.
He gave this nigga a hit.
I mean,
And Darren, maybe that song does like 20 million if niggas really like it by itself.
probably 50 if.
You know what I'm saying?
This is a good club anthem, but I ain't know Drake. I don't remember Drake being on it. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I do not remember his verse on that at all.
It's actually really good. You should listen to it. Arguably the best part of the song. But yeah, shout out to Drizzy.
I don't know, man. That's crazy. You said shout out to Drizzy, even though I don't know, man. That whole beef is just it's going to be studied for years. It's going to be studied for years.
No, it should be too. Every like year or so, we should go back and like look upon it and be like,
Because there's so many different things you can take it from. You can be like, look at the reaction of the people, how quickly the music came out, and how quickly they were able to switch up on the person who dropped the music before. Or you could talk about uh the actual strategy of Kendrick, how unprepared Drake was. Or you could say, well, did Drake even have a fair battle if he was going up against 20 people and he still had to reply to 20 people?
And he did though.
It's just really interesting. You said what?
I said, but he did though. He replied to 20 niggas. You replied to all those niggas.
I don't think so. I don't think, and it's not to like his. I'm not holding it against him. Like some of the people that came out, like you can't necessarily, like I don't think he went back at Kanye, for example, right?
Nah, he had a Kim bar.
I did the Kim to a nigga skim through it. That line?
Yes.
Nah. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That I don't know. It's like I said, it could be studied for forever. It can be studied for forever. There's so many aspects of it that you could take and just be like key in on that one part.
Definitely. All right. This one is about fitness influencer Julian Michaels, blasted California's leftist, and explain why she is fleeing the state. So more people are leaving California.
I'm a woman. I'm a gay woman. My mom's a Jew. My dad's an Arab. I have a black kid. And believe it or not, my son is half Latin, even though he doesn't look like it. I hold a million cards in your game of woke victimology poker. And when I leave California, maybe you've lost your fucking mind. Just maybe. Like, when you have me running from home, maybe it's gone way too far.
What was the line? Like what was it?
My God,
I guess
girl,
the
there's
end for you.
not enough time. And I actually take this line from Bill and Elon Musk, and they're like, I actually haven't changed.
Yes.
The world around me is shifting, and I haven't moved. So some of these laws that are passing here are absolutely fucking mind-boggling in relation to crime, protecting our kids. Like, we're decriminalizing everything, which arguably I would probably be okay with, but we're not regulating any of it.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you're going to decriminalize sex work, but only so women can legally loiter on the streets. Like, not to keep them safe, not to have them pay taxes, not to make them, regularly check for STDs, not to take away the pimps out of the equation. It's the like, if you made that argument to me, I'd be like, well, yes, we want, of course. I mean, I could be liberal. I could go there with you. But I grew up this way. But when it's like, oh, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pass a law for LGBTQ rights so that 24-year-old men can sleep with 14-year-old boys and not have to register as a sex offender because it's just not fair to the gays. I'm like, what? It's what? Like, I don't know if you saw that one. That was like, I think early 2020 when they passed that law. And so I was like, if a 24-year-old man touches my 14-year-old son, I will get a gun and take matters into my own hands.
Yes.
Like, are you fucking kidding? Or the fact that a 12-year-old child can be put on off-label cancer drugs to irreparably change their body. Again, if my son came to me and said, Mom, my daughter, I think I'm trans, I'd say, okay, like, you want to dress this way? You want me to call you whatever the heck you want me to address? Fine. Explore it. I love you. I'm cool. Like, do you, as long as we're safe. But we're not changing your body until it's fully developed. I'm sorry. Conversation's over. Can't get a fucking tattoo.
Exactly.
Are you crazy? It's insane. Like, I just can't. It's madness. It's madness to me. I could go on and on and on, and it's madness.
What you think, Rob?
Darren, I think she said everything. I don't have anything to say after that. She said it all. Darren, I told you, Darren. Y'all thought I was crazy when I told y'all that they had a pedophilia flag on the LGBTQ plus.
Nobody thought you were crazy, bro. Nobody thought you were
Oh,
crazy. We thought they were crazy. Like she said, bro. We're all like for the most part, a lot of the world is staying in the same place. It's just this weird, like, what the fuck is going on around you type situation.
I think I'm done
No,
now.
no, you can't say nothing on it.
I think I'm voting Republican this year. I'm gonna put it like that. Big R's everywhere. Big elephants everywhere.
Big elephants everywhere. That's funny. Um, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Man. It's just crazy. I do one thing that she said that like. I kind of want to go
I
there
grew up
with
here.
is the decriminalization aspect of like the sex work. That she is right. She's like me personally. I would never decriminalize it, but if you're on the far left and you're going to decriminalize it, do it the most right way. And that shit was like that shit looks like a free for all, and that is not. It's not. It don't look right. It don't look right. Like let's just say that it don't look right. You got some girls with pimps, some girls that don't got pimps. They fight over territory. They're like STDs are still a thing, and then I don't know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot.
Um,
Like, go ahead.
dude, I don't know, man. I remember I wrote. I remember I thought back in high school I wrote this paper or did this report on why sex trafficking should be legal. And one
I'm
of my
sorry. What now?
I wrote a report back in high school about why sex trafficking should be legal.
All right. I shouldn't have had you repeat that. I'm sorry.
Um, and one of my biggest things was to make the government the pimp and we tax it.
I mean,
So if somebody tries to run out on you, it becomes a legal matter where the government will get involved slash police will come and find you and get the money.
Rob, you shouldn't have been writing topics like this, like in high school. You shouldn't have been having. You shouldn't have been doing this
I was
first off.
killing it, bro. I love my what class was that? It was my sociology class? That was
Yeah,
one of my favorite classes in high school. I made this girl cry because I said trans people are
you are on a
mental health
podcast,
patients.
and people will hear that unless you're really able to still make that argument today. I would chill. But anyway,
I might be able to find that paper, bro. I got a B plus on that paper, by the way.
a
I
B
did my
plus,
research.
not an A, bro. You gotta get an A. Anyway, what did you just say before that? The sex work. Look, ultimately, it's crazy that you get taxed for everything else in this country, but sex workers don't get taxed for the amount of money that they bring in. So, like I said before, it is kind of a free for all, right?
Yeah.
And then another thing that really sucks for it is like California is such a beautiful state. Like if you like the actual like nature of it, the elements of it, and this type of shit just don't make you want to go there. Because like if you're there with your family, you don't want to see like prostitutes on the corner, sex workers on the corner. Excuse me. You know what I mean? You don't want to see a whole like the whole way to Disneyland or
They
Disneyland.
don't
Yeah,
care about that. They don't care about you.
I get it, bro. I get it. I get it, bro.
Sometimes I feel
But
like
if you're gonna do it,
California.
then
Sometimes I feel like California is a social experiment. Like you
I
know
swear.
how they have like I wouldn't be surprised if California is like one of the first places to do like the purge or something like that. Because that might sound extreme, but that's what they're heading towards.
They do extreme shit. They do extreme shit. Was it you that sent me the? It was either you or another friend that sent me the U-turn thing.
Oh, that's probably me.
Yeah. man, bro, I don't even understand it. I really don't. I just don't.
So people
And I'm
listening,
not even.
apparently in California, uh, the U-turn sign is being taken down because it is transphobic. How it
Wow.
is transphobic, I have no idea.
Yeah, someone will have to explain that to me. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm just maybe I'm ignorant in that sense, but I don't understand what it means. Does it mean like going back from transitioning,
I don't know. I'm about to click on
or
this
is it
video and hopefully it explains it.
okay?
LA City representatives are righting rather an old wrong in Silver Lake. Here it is. And it also to do with street signs that read no U-turn. They came down today. The signs, in addition to no cruising signs, were posted in the 1990s by neighbors who were targeting LGBTQ community members.
It was no coincidence that these signs were put up after the LGBT community continued to grow more in the 90s here in Silver Lake. In fact, they were part of the reason they were probably put up was because there was an LGBT bar that was just literally down the street from the same area. It's good that we're finding the areas and the symbols within our own very city that continue to have these hateful remnants of the past.
The Silver Lake Community Council voted years ago to remove the no cruising signs, but some of the no U-turn signs remained until today. The removal of the signs is part of the city's effort to commemorate Pride Month. LA.
So did we learn anything there?
I don't think he explained it well. I'm not trying to be mean, but his argument is that they saw more signs up because after the growing population of trans people.
So basically, he's saying in the '90s, the LGBTQ plus community was growing in this community, and the people who were against it put up the U-turn signs to down the street from a gay bar to offend these people. I don't get how that's offensive to gay people, but they also said the no cruising sign was they're trying to be like offensive to the gay people.
Yeah, you're losing me. I'm sorry, you're losing me.
Yeah.
Maybe I can only maybe you gotta see it from their perspective, and I'm just not in their shoes because that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me.
I don't know. I don't get it.
There's going to since this happened, at least 5 people taking that U-turn as a U-turn, right?
That's what I was saying. Are you gonna replace the sign with it? That's what Julie was saying, bro. Oh, you're doing these things and changing these things, but you don't have like you just care for the publicity of doing it, so you look woke and you look good in the media's eyes, but you don't care about how it's actually going to affect day-to-day life.
And that's bro. I don't know that somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody's gonna get hurt making that U-turn. It's just going to happen. And I can tell you exactly how it's going to happen right there. I don't even know that intersection, but let me tell you what's going to happen. Somebody's going to make that U-turn right there. They're going to think nobody's coming from the opposite way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. Nobody will be. Somebody's going to be making a right turn from the parallel spot, so they're making a right turn while you're making the U-turn. Collision.
All right.
I'm telling you straight up, that's what's going to happen.
I'm gonna read this real quick. The council member explained the no U-turn and no cruising signs in Silver Lake neighborhood were installed in 1997 to target and persecute the LGBT community. Gay men reportedly use cruising to meet, flirt, and take party drugs with one another, according to LA Times.
This cruising. What is cruising sign? I don't know what that is. Like, am I tripping?
In 1982, California state legislature passed the law that gives cities expectation to shut down streets being used for cruising. when driving for a purpose of socializing and assembling interferes with conduct of business, waste precious energy resources, impedes progress in general traffic.
Oh my god.
This is like
Oh my
prostitution?
god. Nah, bro. I mean,
Or is it just
it
like
could be
macking
used
like
for
while you're driving?
prostitution. It could be used for prostitution. It could be used for like you're in like a what was that shit? Like imagine Fast and the Furious, the first Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
but not necessarily street racing. But the actual like aspect of it, like a block party, that like a actual like car meet up block party type shit. There's like a lot of bro. There's a lot of different situations like you be cruising. So I got if that is used to target, I guess I get it. But I think this was implied for a lot of different things. Like I think this was like what? Like come on. I got a nice ass Cadillac in California. I'm cruising regardless. Everybody's gonna see this motherfucker.
So basically driving slow.
That's what it sounds like.
So you ever see that there was a commercial back in the day. I think it was about like a Ford commercial with T.I. and a NASCAR driver. And the NASCAR driver was driving T.I.'s car really fast, but T.I. was driving the NASCAR like really slow.
I don't know.
Oh, just for the memes, I'll actually want to show you this video real quick. I can't believe you don't remember this. I love this fucking commercial. Yeah, it was Della Jr.
To the side, seat back low. When you see me round the way, I'm in my Chevy ride slow. I'm in my Chevy ride slow.
Nice ride, homie. I'll trade you.
Chevy Impala SS.
I remember.
I actually love that commercial as a kid. But yeah. More on liberal shenanigans. This one is from the President of the United States, from Ben Shapiro's YouTube channel.
It's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight HIV/AIDS.
Did he just say it's all Elton John's fault? I didn't even hear the amount of money.
He said
I've
6
heard-
billion.
Billion?
6 billion.
I don't know what to tell you, dog. I really don't know. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Bro, I don't know what to say at this point. I really don't. Like 6 billion?
$6 billion.
Are you sure that's what he said? Can we run that back? Because that's not what he said. I can't. It had to be million. Like.
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight HIV/AIDS.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? I really hope everybody is safe who has HIV and AIDS. I hope the best for everybody that does have it, if we can slow it down. Please protect yourself. Please protect yourself. Let's just leave it at that, I guess. I don't know what else to say. For 6 billion. Just protect yourself, please. Please protect yourself. Please protect other people. Please. Because I don't know, I don't know how we I don't. Please protect yourself. I think that's the only thing you can say. Please protect everybody and protect yourselves if you do have. Um, and why would he say that to Elton John? Why, I'm sorry. Is Elton John HIV positive and I just don't know it?
No,
I
he's
know
gay.
So how is it his fault that everybody has HIV?
Because remember, like back in the day, they said that it was the gay people spreading AIDS and HIV.
So he's blaming Elton John?
Yeah.
Elton John should sue. That is disrespectful. That was very disrespectful. Maybe there's more to the clip and I just don't see it. But that was very disrespectful if you say that to Elton John. God dang, man. Man just made great music. And yeah, he was. Yeah, look, bro. At the end of the day, I don't care what people do in their bedroom. I really don't. That man made great music.
All right. On another note, one of the things I wanted to do today was I wanted to talk about the album My Turn by Lil Baby, because I feel like we could start having conversations about more, I don't want to say modern, but more recent albums. Speaking from like a 2016 till now standpoint, we should start having conversations of which albums are classics and which albums are not. I wanted to start having those conversations. And if you would like, we can go year by year, like you suggested. Would you like to do that?
Like 2020. Yeah, let's go up to like 2020, and then we'll
All right, bet.
leave it at that because everything else kind of still a little fresh.
So it's 2016 rap albums. I'm just going to read a couple off to you, and you tell me what you think. The Life of Pablo, Kanye West.
Yeah, classic. That shit ages like fine wine, like very fine wine.
A Tribe Called Quest. Thank you for your service.
I'm not going to be disrespectful. I have not listened to that album.
I listened to like the first 3 songs, and I stopped listening to it. Blank Face, Schoolboy Q.
Blank Face is my shit. I don't know if it's a classic, but that's my shit. The only reason why, is it a classic? Schoolboy Q got this thing where he only get better. That's the weirdest thing about it. That like so even when you want to call something a classic, you know he's about to top it somehow, and it's like I would say it's a classic, yes, but his last album, for example, that's just crazy. It's like that's a classic. That's going to be a classic 10 years from now. But like I don't know, man. I don't know. I would say it's a classic though. There's some really good songs on there, and the music video rollout for that was fire.
Coloring Book, Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, it's classic. It's a classic because it's the only thing that he's like full project that he's dropped. That's an album.
That was an album.
Or was it still? This was a mixtape.
This is still a mixtape.
Oh, it won a Grammy. Yes, it's classic.
Jeffrey, Young Thug.
Dang, you just gonna skip Untitled Unmastered? I didn't listen.
That's not really an album.
I understand, but I think Untitled Unmastered is a nice little golden nugget in there. But I didn't listen to Jeffrey.
Telephone, No Name.
I really like that album, but I can't say it's a classic because I really don't revisit it that much. But I probably will after this podcast to be real.
Side tangent. Is the only nigga? So the only nigga J. Cole had a rap beef with is a girl.
J. Cole's had multiple rap beefs at this point. He just doesn't do good.
Like back and forth, or was he just dissing niggas like on the side?
Yeah, the Lil Pump, 1995, I Arrive, you know.
All right, I'll give you that.
And then Kendrick, but he's still bowed out of that one. So I feel like he had one more. And honestly, the way Ross had that bar on that song, Pop a Perk for the Ville.
All right.
I can name a couple quick more if you don't want to like name all of these.
No. I got a couple more. Isaiah, Kevin Gates.
I didn't listen to it.
For Your Eyes Only, J. Cole.
Not a classic, really good, but it is his best storytelling, but not a classic.
Atrocity Exhibition, Danny Brown.
I'm really tough on J. Cole on this podcast. Y'all, I'm a big fan of J. Cole, but I am tough on him. Did not listen to Danny Brown.
Birds in the Trap, Travis Scott.
Did not listen to it.
I think that might be one. Travis is. This is what put Travis on my radar. That's what album this was. Did you listen to this Isaiah Rashad album?
Yeah, The Sun's Tirade is my shit. I don't know if I wouldn't call it a classic, but it's my shit. It's definitely a good. It can be. It's not a cult classic. It's, to me, it's if you're a fan of Isaiah Rashad, you're gonna go back to that album, but it's not a classic.
I got a couple more. Still Brazy, YG.
Not a classic. His first album was classic, but that one is not a classic.
Shrimp Life 2.
Did not listen to it.
I think it might be one there. Savage Mode. Metro Boomin and 21.
People can call it a classic. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you skipped Views though.
Oh, I forgot it.
Views and Run the Jewels 3. Both of those are classics.
Classics?
Both of them are classics.
That's crazy. I think that's actually crazy.
How is that crazy?
For Views specifically.
Why?
I feel like to be a classic, it has to be what's the word? There has to be consistency in the rap community that's a classic. Like,
it's not a rap.
Hip hop heads gotta think it's a classic. The writers / talking heads gotta think it's a classic. Then as a consistency as a community of people in hip hop that listen to hip hop, we gotta think it's a classic. Take Care, no doubt. Nothing Was the Same, maybe. Views, nah.
Views is a classic album, but it's not a classic hip hop album. I think that's the thing I have to differentiate, because the Controller and the One Dance,
crazy.
Those songs are crazy, and you can't say that album's not a classic. But it's not. I would give it to you that it's not a classic hip hop album, because after that, after those two songs, you're gonna have to find a song that you like that is hip hop, and that's where it might be easy if you're a Drake fan, but if you're not a Drake fan, you're not. It's not gonna be easy.
True, I'll give you that.
We're starting this one off.
All right. 2017. 444. Jay-Z.
I think it's a classic.
Damn, Kendrick Lamar.
That's definitely a classic in my book.
Flower Boy, Tyler the Creator.
Didn't listen to it.
I don't think so. He won a Grammy for it though. Layla's Wisdom, Rhapsody.
Oh my gosh, that album's fucking crazy, bro. That last song, Jesus Coming, I still listen to that shit all the time. I don't know if I'll call it a classic, but I can't knock it if somebody says it. I'll probably put it in there.
Culture, the first one. Migos.
I would say yeah, because this was Migos at their peak. This one and the second one. So one of those two gotta be put in there.
Pretty Girls Love Trap Music. Like trap music.
Didn't listen to it.
Darren, are you joking?
No.
I want you to go. This is the album I want you to listen to after the podcast. Darren, not only do I think this is a classic album, I would argue it's one of the best trap albums of its generation. That album is impeccable. Front to back. Like, I feel like that's 2 Chainz's best work today.
Pretty Girls Do Love Trap Music.
Without Warning, Metro Boomin and 21.
Don't know.
I think it is. The Never Story, JID.
Didn't listen to it.
Damn. Love is Rage 2, Little Uzi.
Didn't listen to it.
Album's
I skipped
okay.
over a lot of albums this year.
Beautiful Thugger Girls.
Didn't listen to it.
Not a. So this was a country album, so I shouldn't even consider this a rap album, but I liked it. Not a classic though. All American Badass, Joey Badass.
Has Joey not dropped since 2017? Because that's about to break my heart if that's the case. No, he's dropped. I would say I think this is the first like real like Joey Badass is no longer a kid. Joey Badass. He was like, okay, he's Joey Badass for real. Like he's coming into his own light for real. It's not long. You know how hard it is for kid artists to like take the kid artist aspect. He shook it really well with this album. I would say yes, this is a classic.
All right, now we have a double album here. By Future, self-titled Future, and Hendrix by Future.
Didn't listen to him. These are why we gotta have LA on the podcast these days.
All right, let's move on to
Forever is a
2018.
mighty long time. Is my shit though.
2018. I'm gonna move a little bit faster. Daytona, Pusha T.
Yeah, no misses.
DiCaprio 2, JID.
Not a classic, but fucking crazy.
Invasion of Privacy, Cardi B.
I never no. I'm not. The beats on there was fucking phenomenal. Everything else, I'm not doing.
Astroworld, Travis Scott.
Didn't listen to it.
It's definitely a classic. Somebody died to this music.
Rob, what is wrong with you? Too soon.
I don't consider this a rap album, but I'm gonna still say it. Mac Miller, Swimming.
It's a good album. Really good album. I'll probably say classic.
Everything is Love, The Carters, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Not a classic.
Scorpion, Drake.
Not a classic. Not a classic. Double album, but not a classic.
KOD, J. Cole.
Damn, I don't know, bro. That's a tough one.
Drip Harder, Gunna.
Didn't listen to it.
Incredible album. Die Lit, Playboy Cardi.
Did not listen to it.
I did listen to it, and I think it's the best mumble rap album to date. If you talk about mumble rap artists and songs in that era, Die Lit is the best one out of anything, and I'll debate that with anybody on any given day.
That cover art is amazing. I'll always say that.
Yes, phenomenal cover art. Kids See Ghost.
Good. I don't think it's a classic. I like it though. It's not a classic though.
Carter 5.
Mulligan.
Tanner Talk 3, Benny the Butcher.
That shit fire. That shit's fire. That shit's crazy. Yo, there's some albums at the bottom of this list that are kind of crazy too. I'm sorry, I skipped down.
Championships, Meat Mill.
Nah.
Culture 2.
Nah. Like I said, you could throw one of them in there, throw two of them in there. I really don't mind. I didn't listen to both of them. But Victory Lap, that's a classic. I'm sorry, I had to jump ahead right there.
Black Panther album.
I love that album. Kendrick and the whole TDE, they did an amazing job putting that compilation together of all these great black artists across the world. Or great. It mirrored the movie so well.
Perfectly, right?
Yeah, so well, man.
I knew the second one was going to be trash. The second Black Panther was going to be trash when I heard Kendrick wasn't doing the album.
Rihanna did it.
Did she?
Yeah, Rihanna did the second Black
She did the whole album?
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Double check. This can't be right. Nah, bro. No. Yeah, that's not right. That's the score. I keep seeing moving too, so maybe I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive it was Rihanna.
SZA had a big song on it, right? But that's about it, right?
I thought SZA had a big song on the first one.
Oh shit, damn. I don't know, Darren. I think it's the Littlewood guy.
I'll check it out.
All right.
This was
So now we're on 2019. Damn. Baby on Baby, the baby.
Didn't listen to.
So much fun, Young Thug.
Did not listen to.
Igor, Tyler the Creator.
Did not listen to.
Die Legend, Polo G.
Did not listen to.
Please excuse me for being antisocial, Roddy Rich.
Did not listen to.
Damn, Darren. Hollywood's Bleeding, Post Malone.
Did not listen to.
Lost Boy, Corday.
I did listen to. It was a really good album.
I think that's an incredible album, honestly.
Yeah.
I love that album. You know what I like about that album? It feels like he's eating his grandma's warm cookies with a glass of milk, sitting at the table writing these rhymes.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm still looking this up. What did you say?
I feel like he's eating warm, fresh cookies of a glass of milk, writing these rhymes at his grandma's table.
I do kind of feel that too.
You know what I'm saying?
The song with him and Chance was really dope. Really, really dope.
Fun fact, this album and Chance's album dropped on the same exact day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And this album was so much better than Chance's album, it was ridiculous.
So the Chance's album is in this year?
Yeah, whatever that shit, that dog shit was called.
I do not see it. It's called The Big Day, and it wasn't dog shit.
All right, let's keep moving. Please excuse me for being antisocial, Roddy Rich.
Did not listen to it.
Rapper Go to the League, 2 Chainz.
Did not listen to it.
Revenge of the Dreamers.
That shit was dope as hell. Not a classic, though.
Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
It is not a classic. It's probably the best one, though.
Death Race for Love, Juice WRLD.
Did not listen to it.
Damn.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD.
All right, I got one more. Apparently, you didn't listen to anything in 2019. Nas, Lost Tapes 2.
It was cool. Not a classic.
Is this the one with Jay Electronica on it?
He might have a song on it, yeah.
Bet. All right, last year, 2020.
You're not gonna throw Chance's album in there?
That's trash. It's not in the conversation.
Not even in the conversation. Chance gonna come back with something crazy, and you gonna be like, "Oh, okay."
It would be the biggest comeback ever. Okay, never mind. I was a year early. So Alfredo, The Alchemist. I thought this was Freddie Gibbs.
Fire. I would probably still say that's a classic.
Is that his group or something?
Nah, it's Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist.
The producer.
Yeah.
Okay. Eternal Atake, Little Uzi Vert.
Did not listen to it. Boy, he's active though. He drops a lot of albums, don't
he? Uzi, yeah, he drops a decent. I feel like he's dropped it forever at this point though. A Written Testimony by Jay Electronica.
If I'm right, this is the album that Jay-Z was featured on like 4 or 5 different songs and made.
So hold on, let's talk about this for a second. Are you one of the people that think that that he got out-rapped by Jay-Z on this album?
He did get out-rapped by Jay-Z.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes. If you get out-rapped by Jay-Z on a song, cool. If you get out-rapped by Jay-Z on your album, that's a very big difference. Like, if he gets you on your song, he's got people on their song all the time. But a song is one thing. A whole album? Like 3 or 4 or 5 different songs, and it's like, oh, Jay-Z killed him on this. Oh, he got him again. oh, this ain't right. It starts leaning into whose album is it. The same way whose song is it when somebody comes in and steals the verse. Nobody remembers Control as Big Sean's song. They remember it as Kendrick's verse.
By the way, if your favorite rapper was not on Control, was not called out in Control, he's trash.
At the time.
No. He's trash. And guess who was called out on Control, Darren? Tyler. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Savage Mode 2.
That's a classic. I don't care what nobody say.
Burden of the Proof, Benny the Butcher.
Didn't listen to.
Damn. Circles, Mac Miller.
Did not listen to.
Really? Was it because
his
it's not
death
really
was
hip hop
really
anymore?
hard.
He wasn't really making hip hop music.
Nah, bro, his death just hit me kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. I don't love like I like revisiting his old music that I listen to, but listen to his newer shit just puts you in a different mode.
Because it's sad.
It's weird knowing that you're not gonna get no more music from him.
I like how he transitioned out of hip hop though. I thought that was really cool.
He's a great artist. That's the thing about Mac. Mac was a great rapper, but really good artist. Like a really good artist.
King's Disease, Nas.
Classic. If not this one, the second one, right?
I think the third one is better than the second one. I think the third one's incredible.
Okay.
Extinction Level Event, Busta Rhymes.
Did not listen to.
Really good album. I'm not a big Busta Rhymes fan, but if you are, I would suggest go listen to that album.
Where do y'all find time to listen to all these albums in depth? How do y'all do it?
Friday when they come out. What do you mean?
But you find time to listen to all these albums in a year?
Not at the same time, but yeah, you listen to a couple songs here. Yeah. So here's what I do. Like on a Friday morning, I'll go to YouTube and see what new rap albums dropped. And if it's something that I will want to listen to or artists I might want to listen to, I'll download it and I'll listen to it. If it's trash, I'll just delete it. Music to Be Murdered By, Eminem.
Did not listen to it.
I don't know if it's a classic, but it's a damn good album. He did this Alfred Hitchcock shit. That was really cool.
I got a lot of this year. I got a lot of these albums on my phone though. Dark Lane demo tapes. It's a really good album, bro. That's a really good album. One thing that I will say is that I'll leave it alone.
Then we got a couple more shits to do. Videos. Let's react to this video.
This is pure fun.
Metro PT 11.
Oh no, she's coming. Peekaboo, I got your wig. What is she hiding in that wig cap?
Who took my wig?
Wig Snatcher PT.
You don't got nothing to say to that, Rob?
I don't got nothing to say. On to other things. This is Andrew Tate talking about Israel and Palestine.
View of this war. I think when you call it a war, you're doing a disservice to the people who are having their limbs blown off by some of the most advanced technical weaponry on the planet. It is a genocide and it is disgusting. And it doesn't matter which side of the political spectrum you fall on. When you observe a genocide in front of your very eyes, you should be disgusted. Which side is waging genocide? The Israelis are genociding the Palestinians, and you know it as well as everybody else does. Well, then it seems like your bosses are not allowing you to know it. What is your view?
That's what Andrew Tate thinks of the current war in Palestine / Israel.
Okay.
And because of that, it made me do a small deep dive on it. And I found these videos on the internet that I wanted y'all to check out.
How dare they take my religion, which is subservience to the Almighty, who tells us not to kill, who tells us not to steal, who tells us that we must show gratitude for people who have done good to us. And everybody, every one of you distinguished delegates knows that the Jewish people, when they were being murdered, when they were being oppressed in Europe, it was the Muslim and the Arab countries that embraced the Jews and took us in. This is a fact of history.
So this is, I don't know what he is, but I don't want to call him something he's not. But this is a Jewish man who he's on the side of Palestine. Here's another video.
Are we showing from the podcast?
No. So for the people who weren't able to see that, this man just got reunited with his family after surviving Israeli bombs in Gaza, and he just prayed to his God, thanking him. Here's one more video.
شريف زلونا بالمظلات رمونا على البحر فلزات احنا ساكنين رمونا على البحر زي كلاب السمك بالجيران اخي عشان بس اخذ وجبه لاخواتي الصغار اللي بيصيحوا لي قاعد جعان والله ولا حاجه ما اخذت اقسم بالله ولا حاجه ما اخذت ليش ما يامنون ويودون العائلات الفقيره اللي جوزها ارمله لمين تروح تجري لاولادها الصغار الاطفال اللي مش راضيين ياكلوا جعانين مش ملاقيين ياكلوا كمان.
So what that video was about, this kid is very upset with the care packages that are being dropped. What he's saying is that they're dropping the packages in the sea, in the water, but they're not next to the village. So they have to walk all this way to get to these packages, and they're only able to carry back so much with them that they're not able to carry enough back for everybody. So not everybody has access to be able to get this food. Or supplies that they need. One more video. This guy's doing a video. It's called "Does being anti-Israel mean you're anti-Semitic?" These are the things that I always find interesting about Jewish culture and the community, like what is considered anti-Semitic. So let's see how this guy breaks it down.
If you're anti-Zionist, are you also anti-Semitic? The short answer is yes. That's because anti-Semitism isn't just the persecution of individual Jews, it's also denying the Jewish people to collectively be a nation. Just like you can't say that Frenchman is okay, but France does not have the right to exist. So when you're out there chanting from the river to the sea, make Palestine free, you're anti-Semitic. Why is that? Let's see what the river and the sea are. This is the little state of Israel. By the way, it's surrounded by 22 Arab states, and all of Israel is the size of New Jersey. It's tiny. From here to here, it's about 1 hour. This little place, this little stream over here is called the Jordan River. It's actually something between a stream and a river. And over here is the Mediterranean Sea. So when you say from the river to the sea, make Palestine free, you're canceling the state of Israel. And that's where the Jews live. And that's why when you chant from the river to the sea, make Palestine free, that is a blatant anti-Semitic chant. If you're anti
My bad. That gave me a little bit better understanding of how like what anti-Semitic being anti-Semitic is. I thought it gave me better clarification.
Yeah.
Right on.
No, I don't know. I don't know. All I can do is pray for everybody that's in the situation.
Darren, at this point, that's all you can do.
That's all, like I have no other power than that. I feel like I really do hope the best for everybody in this situation because it's ugly. That being said, I'm gonna always say that when these topics get brought up about Palestine and everything that's going on out there, I'm gonna always bring up the fact that we need to talk about Sudan and the Congo. Like there's like really like atrocities happening there as well, and it just doesn't get the light that this does. Not I'm not necessarily sure to say I understand why, but it's just I feel like we also, and maybe that's just not the whole world. Maybe the rest of the world does find out, get more information about those two situations as well. But yeah, I just feel like I need to continue to say that because I feel like we don't get enough coverage on it. So I'm just bless those people too.
All right, and let's end the podcast on a light note. I want to have a quick conversation about this article. So this guy wrote an article called "Black Pain and Death in Captain America's Civil War." So the article goes on to talk about multiple different times of black pain and death. So I just wanted to talk about a little bit of the different situations. I think you could tell me if I'm wrong, but damn near every person that died in the Civil War movie was a black person. So I'm gonna try to count them for you real quick. At the very beginning of the movie, where they were defeating the villain, I forget the villain's name all of a sudden, but when Scarlet Witch threw him up in the air because he had a bomb strapped to his chest, and he blew up a building. He died.
Was white.
He was white, but he killed a ton of Nigerian people, innocent Nigerian civilians. And that was one of the big effects of the Soviet Accords that actually pushed the Soviet Accords forward. So that's one. Black Panther's father at the United Nations got blown up. And Rhodey got paralyzed during the big fight scene at the airport. And all those were key factors in the movie. So do you think in a way that in that movie that they were using the pain of black people because they were black to make you feel more guilty about the situations? And by the way, I did forget one. There was a college kid at the very beginning. His mom was talking about how he died during Age of Ultron at Sokovia. That kid died too. That's one more. That's one more black pain thing.
I don't remember that part.
That's why Tony wanted to do the Accords. I don't think it was Angela Bassett. It might have been Angela Bassett. But I'll show you real quick.
But your question was, I don't think it was phrased towards Black America, right?
No, it's not phrased towards Black America. I just want your opinion on, do you think they were using black people to bring more sorrow out of the scenes?
I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest with you, man.
$185,000.
So to answer your question, I don't know. But I never thought about it like that, and I never looked about it like that. This is the scene I'm talking about. You remember this scene now?
No.
Oh, fuck. Well, never mind. Basically, this mom is mad that her son died in Sokovia, which was Avengers 2. He went on there to build houses for like poor people before he was about to go to like college. He was a genius kid and he died. And she was basically saying y'all care more about kicking ass than you care about actually saving people. And really made Tony want to sign the Accords to have the government's United Nations run the Avengers, basically. Pivotal part of the movie. But besides the point, I think so, Darren. I think this movie. I don't know why necessarily, but I do think this movie used black pain to get more sorrow out of people. Because the only other white people that died in this movie technically were Tony's parents, I could think. And that one villain.
Tony's parents didn't die in this movie.
It showed that Bucky killed him. We found out Bucky killed him.
Oh yeah. There's white people that died in this movie.
I can only think of 3.
You said what?
I can only think of 3.
The villain, the main villain of the whole movie, he lost his like people in Sokovia.
Yeah, but we didn't see it.
And then, but also you don't see it, but I think other people died in the blast with Black Panther. The red, like the not T'Challa's dad, T'Chaka or whatever. I think it was.
Mm-hmm. But he was the main one. He was the main guy.
He was the main one, but you keep saying like I don't know. You could be right. You could be right. And Rhodey did not die.
He was paralyzed.
He was,
but it's still black pain.
He started growing his legs back. He started walking again.
Growing his legs back is crazy, Darren.
I'm sorry. He started walking again.
But yeah, I don't know. I just find that really interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
All right. You got anything else before we wrap up?
What's that last topic that we got? What's that last?
Do you want to do this one? All right.
No,
so to wrap up on Father's Day.
I don't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right. Everybody go enjoy your Father's Day. Call your dad. Tell him Happy Father's Day. Send him some money if he likes to gamble. Do all the good stuff.
Bet. Right on. So thank everybody for listening to another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. This is episode 163 of the Purple Pill Podcast. I'd like to see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace. Y'all stay up.